All right, everybody, this is the Timeline Zero Challenge from picoCTF 2026 as part of their forensic series of challenges. The description of the challenge says, can you find the flag in the disk image? Wrap what you find in the picoCTF flag format. Download the disk image here. So I'm not sure if we can solve this using the picoCTF web shell because there's limited space over there, but we'll give it a try. The first thing we'd want to do is we'd want to click on the orange Open in Workspace button. So after that, we can right-click on this terminal and then select this frame and open frame in new tab. So that's going to open up the picoCTF web shell in its own tab, which is what we want. We're going to try moving into the temp directory, because I'm pretty sure large files we can't work with large files in our home directory. So we move into the temp directory, and then we're going to try downloading this file. wget space, and then exit the workspace. Right-click on the link, select copy link, go back to the web shell, move back into the temp directory, and then wget space, right-click, paste the file address, hit enter to download the file. So this file might be too big for us to solve in the picoCTF web shell. If it is, then we're going to have to solve it using another terminal. Okay, so from here, we saved it into the temp directory as partition4.image.gz. So gz implies that this is a compressed file. So a gzip file, we need to ungzip. So we unzip partition4.image.gz. And it's going to take a few seconds to unzip. And then afterwards, the file should be just partition4.img. Can we see anything in this directory? Okay, we can't see the stuff in this directory. So what we need to do is we need to investigate the partition4.image file. Let me get my notes, just a second. Or actually, let's take a look at the presentation file for this. Okay, so it says in this challenge, they want us to find the flag in the disk image. This is picoCTF 2026 timeline 0. So what we can do is we can use some tools from the digital forensics program, the sleuth kit, to investigate this particular disk image. So we can use the sleuth kit to check out the disk image. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're using the task getTimes function from the sleuth kit. So this function will output data that has mac time data that can be used to track a timeline of file activity. So the other thing we can do is we can use the sleuthkit mactime function to create a timeline of all the files in the input sorted by date and time. So let's go ahead and get that done. So partition4.image, we're going to run this command. So it's task getTimes. Hold on, let me look up the exact command. Okay, so this is the first command. So task getTimes on partition4.image, And we're going to redirect the output to a file called body.txt. Okay, after that's done, we've got body.txt. If we take a look at it, these are all the files with their MAC times attached to them. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to run the MacTime command to create a CSV file. So we run MacTime on body.txt, and we're going to redirect it into a timeline file. Well, a timeline file called timeline.csv. So after we've done that, if we take a look at timeline.csv, these are all of the modification times for all of the files in the file system in this disk image. So the interesting thing is if we take a look at the start of the timeline, we see that there's a very suspicious file that was the first one in the timeline that was modified on Tuesday, June 1st, 1985. So that's a bit suspicious because every other file in the file system was modified in 2021, which means this is a suspicious file. What we can do is we can take a look at the contents of this file with the icat command. So let's talk a little bit about that. So this points us at a file with an odd timestamp, which was modified over 2 decades before all the other files on the file system. We can use the icat command to read that file and retrieve the flag. So let's go ahead and do that. So the syntax for the icat command is icat. Well, let's take a note of the inode number for this file. So bin bcab has an inode number of this. We need the inode number in order to use the icat command. So it's going to be icat space partition 4, and then the inode number, which is 4945. Okay, and when we read this, we see that we've got some base64 encoded information. So base64 encoded information is it's a pretty common type of encoding for beginner level CTF challenges. So what we need to do is we need to pipe this out into base64 decode, and this gets us our flag. So this is the flag right here. What we need to do is we need to put it in the picoCTF flag wrapper. And the picoCTF flag wrapper is picoCTF, open curly brace, closing curly brace, and then we're going to paste in the flag contents into there. And this is the complete flag. So we're going to copy that, and then we're going to go over to the challenge, and we're going to paste it into the flag submission field over here. And then we're done. All right, everybody, that was a guided walkthrough for the Timeline 0 challenge from picoCTF 2026 as part of their forensic series of challenges. If you enjoyed this guided walkthrough, please click on the like and subscribe buttons on the video and leave a comment underneath the video. But until next time, HackerFrogs out.
Hey there, HackerFrogs! Are you enjoying this workshop? Learning new concepts and skills? If so, there's a way you can support the channel, and it's totally free. Just click on the subscribe button below the video. Also, click on the like button. And if you have questions or comments on this workshop, please leave them below the video. Thanks for listening. And now, back to our scheduled programming.